Leadership is not for everyone. It takes a special person with a unique set of characteristics to lead a group of individuals in their desired direction. There are many different types of leaders, and depending on that leader's style, they can either be effective or ineffective with their followers. It is important to find and adopt the type of leadership that you want and that's going to be effective for your group of followers. I had the opportunity to interview my manager, Rob, to see how he developed his personal style. This was Rob's first management position at Starbucks, and it was a challenge because he was replacing a previous manager who we all enjoyed very much. We were sad to see him go, and we were not very excited to see a new manager take over, especially one that had no experience. When I asked Rob how he felt about taking on this new position, he expressed that he was both nervous and excited. He was nervous because he thought that he wouldn't live up to the previous manager's expectations, but he was also excited to be managing a group of individuals who are hardworking and passionate about their jobs. During his first week at the store, I realized how positive he was, and he immediately started being an effective leader by identifying our communication styles and helping us view ourselves in different ways that's going to positively influence us in the work. Pages 65. His first week as our new manager, he took each of us aside and held a brief meeting with us. He wanted to learn our strengths, our weaknesses, our schedule, what we prefer, what we didn't like in the work, and also a little bit about our personal lives. I thought this was great because he wanted to build a relationship with all of us. And by building a relationship, it reflected the leader-member exchange theory, where quality relationships between leaders and followers increase production, satisfaction, success, and many more positive things in the workplace. Pages 91 through 92 in the textbook. Rob already developed a relationship with me, and I felt more satisfied with him being our new manager, and I was willing to work a little harder every day because of that relationship. When I asked Rob about his background, he told me that he was a first-generation Filipino-American. He grew up in a household with strong Filipino beliefs, which are mostly about maintaining and nurturing relationships with friends and family. He credited his culture to developing long-lasting relationships that help him in the workplace. To Rob, relationships are very important, and he puts in a lot of time to nurturing them. When I asked him about his previous positions as a leader, he told me the first time he was ever a leader was in high school. He was the youngest of 3 children, and he was automatically the follower because he had 2 older siblings who would care after him and watch him and tell him what to do. But in high school, Rob was in the culture club, and he said that this was his turning point. Miss Robbins, the teacher in charge of the whole club, noticed how interactive Rob was, and the student who kind of took charge of the club was leaving. When Miss Robbins approached Rob after one of the club meetings, she encouraged him to take the position. At first he turned it down, but listened when she told him how he already acts as a leader by organizing the events both outside and inside of school, and oftentimes he would lead the discussions that they had during the meetings. As a result, he ended up taking the position. Before I ended the interview with Rob, I asked him to share the most important thing he finds in a leader. He stated that an effective leader must establish a relationship that is also trusting. The textbook explains this as a trusting climate, which is shown by showing genuine concern for employees, and Rob has done this many times. In addition, he wanted to give advice for future leaders. He told me, and to all the future leaders, to always look to improve yourself. Even if something works, and it might work well, and it might get the job done, he told all of us to continue to find a way to make it better. Because once we settle, we stop growing, and as leaders, we need to keep growing to inspire and influence our followers. Thank you.